I feel so bad. Guys, oh my god.
Podcast featuring myself, Spencer, my friend Matt with the Athletic Gaming TV, and from a faraway land, Fistcake. How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. People who are watching this live know that we started like a little bit early. We're so bad, guys.
So bad.
Did you know that? So fucking bad, guys.
We're so bad.
Oh my god.
Ooh, the content complete boys have been naughty.
Oh boy. Somebody
right.
better call the YouTube police on us. Better strike this video down before it gets too hot.
I'm going to put this one live at 7:59 instead of 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh,
my
shit.
god.
Not sure if I can choose that.
You can't. You have to do 15-minute increments.
No, it's going at 7:45.
Oh shit. There we go.
All right.
No.
I hope there's not any wrenches in chat. Just kidding. No one's in chat.
All right. So we're going to start with what we played this week. Fistcake, go ahead and show us off.
Well, what I've been playing since the last time we talked, which has been like 2
weeks?
2 weeks? Yeah, okay. It just feels like 5 ever. I think it's because of Into the Veil too. Whatever. I've played and beaten the Bond. Jesus Christ. I haven't talked in 2 weeks apparently either. I've beaten and played the Banner Saga. It was good. It's
You're gonna hit him with that, okay?
I don't want to say okay because it's like somewhere between good and okay, wherever that is.
Gokay.
Okay.
Okay, Gokay Blue. It's not a bad system. I enjoy the gameplay. It was very fun. Blah blah blah. It's just like the ending. The ending sucks.
Well,
no matter what choice.
There's 2 other games you can play as well.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
I think it's Banner Saga 2 and the number 3. And they're coming out with 4.
No, they're coming out with 3 soon.
Yeah, they're coming out with 3.
So
they have 2. They're making 3 right now. It's going to come out eventually. But
oh, goddamn.
I'll play Banner Saga 2. But
numbers.
It's just the ending. Do you ever plan on playing these games at all?
Probably
ever?
not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Okay.
just being honest. I'm probably never going to get around to it.
And if I ever
Alright.
do play it, I don't remember
matter.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the story of the Banner Saga is you're playing in like a fictional Viking world, essentially, and you got humans, and you got Varl, which are kind of like these bigger versions of humans. They're kind of like troll-like humans. They basically look human. They have giant horns. So they got these 2 people. And they've been like working together after a giant war where these things called I can't remember their name, but they're like just golems, just giant stone golems.
Okay. Sick.
Anyways, they come back, blah, blah, blah. Basically, the story is like, oh shit, all these guys came back. I thought we killed them all. Oh god, they're chasing us and burning everything down. We got to do. And you kind of follow 2 parties. One's just like a giant Varl party, and the other one's like these 2 humans that you follow from like their town getting demolished to the basically choices that like save the entire world. And the 2 humans is a dad and his daughter, and like they're kind of like going through this trip. I mean, he's like probably 40s or 50s. She's probably like 20s or something. Never fought in her life and anything.
Oh, of course.
And so you're kind of like balancing like, oh man, I need to be a good father, but also she needs to learn how to fight so she doesn't like get killed or anything. And so you're kind of like balancing this out for the entire game. And the last choice that you ever have to make is like, all right, so who's going to use the arrow that kills the really big bad guy? Is it going to be you, the dad? Or do you, actually the person that offers the arrow to you doesn't give you the choice. She's like, you should do it. But then your daughter's like, no, let me do it. I'm like, oh, well, being a good father, I'll let her do it, learn how to fight and whatnot. She gets her back fucking broken.
What?
The big baddie, after you shoot him with the arrow, he just picks up whoever did it, no matter how far away they are, no matter where they're at on the map, and just crushes them in their hand.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, oh, so whoever I picked was going to die, and neither choice is good. I think maybe the canonical ending is probably the dad, since he's the one that has to carry a certain secret with him. It's just long, complicated bullshit. But essentially, it's like you play like this good game for like a long time, and then you come to this really choice. It's like, oh, well, I should pick her because, well, I mean, I should be able to protect her and shouldn't be too terrible. No, instant death, instant kill. She's gone.
Yeah, that feels a little bit unfair.
It has like a tiny bit of council syndrome.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they do throughout the game like sprinkle out choices that basically whatever you make sometimes just doesn't work, and that's just life. I get that. I guess just I don't know if the game's choice thing was for me. I think it's a good game all in all. It's just I just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that's a little strange. It's like they don't. It doesn't seem like they give you a reason to think that he should probably be the one to do it. If it's like canonically like, oh, you know, he should be the one to like sacrifice himself for something, but there's no like sacrifice choice. It's just like who's gonna shoot the guy.
What up, Corn?
So there's no way that you can know that, oh, he's gonna teleport across the map and crush him.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, yeah, there's really like the only warning they ever give is like typical warnings before you go into a fight. It's like, oh, but if you do shoot him, what are you gonna do if he gets mad at you? I'm like, well, there's gonna be like 50 spaces in between me and him, but nope. Just a cutscene. Oh, they're dead, by the way. Okay, goodbye. Oh, cool.
Wow.
But
it takes a lot of strategy out of that situation.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll probably still play the second one just to see like what happens now, you know. But
is it a continuing storyline? Do you know whether or not it continues with the same stuff?
Yeah, it has two guys from the previous game on the cover of the second one. So, and their current conditions too. Like one guy loses an arm in the course of the game, so. It's cool. It's like, oh, yeah. I didn't realize that he lost his arm. I thought like, because at a certain point you find these menders, which are basically people that can heal people, hence the name menders, and like, you know, do magic and shit.
Yeah.
But I thought he was just gonna like kind of bring his arm back, but no, he didn't reattach the arm. He just the guy just lost his shield arm, and now he headbutts and cuts with an axe instead of shields and cuts with an axe.
Oh, okay,
nice.
Yeah, so just went all attack.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, well, fuck it, lost my shield arm.
I didn't really care for defending anyways.
I'm all about this axe life now. So yeah, that's that. I'll probably play the second one, but I'm just, oh boy, I don't know, left a bad taste in my mouth. What else left a bad taste in my mouth is FMV video games. They have those now still.
Yeah, no, it seems like a couple have been made kind of recently. I wonder if it's because of the success of Her Story. If more people got interested in it.
Well, I mean, if there was good story games like that, I would believe that. But these are one's called Dabman. Let me see the full title here. Dabman: When the Haters Dab Back. Now it's I bought on sale for 84 cents because I'm like, this will be interesting. It was interesting. Like, the video quality of the FMVs was pretty great, considering that I'm pretty sure that everybody that made it is still in high school, maybe younger. I'm not for sure. I'm still confused about that. But also they're I don't know if they're Swedish or Dutch or something. But they speak in English, but I can't understand a single word they're saying half the time.
Right. And
they're screaming out Dadman emojis, all the internet troll slangs, you know.
Oh,
it's a good time. I already recorded the footage and everything, so there'll be a video about that. So just, not this week, but probably next week.
I kind of hope they claim your video.
I was gonna.
I just think that would just be, that would just be hilarious if they were just like, no, we don't support streamers or YouTubers, and they claimed your video. I don't know why, but to me that's like hilarious.
That would be pretty. I mean, I actually agree.
Our
just, like, out of everything.
artistic integrity is being ruined by YouTubers making fun of our dab man when the haters dab back. This is artistic. This is art. Okay? It's 2018, damn it. We demand to be respected in our field. Dab man. When the haters dab back, should go into like a historian artifact
The Smithsonian.
thing. The Smithsonian. They're not Americans. They don't know that.
The Smithsonian.
It's just something about that. Just makes me tickles me pink.
I feel like an even better thing would be is that if everybody had a choice to put like one thing into a time capsule, I would put that in there, but I would also find a way to destroy literally everything else inside the time capsule and have it open like in 10,000 years. Like this is the only thing left of society today is Dab Man with the haters dab back.
Put it on that on one of the probes that we send out for aliens to find.
Oh my God, we'll be dead in a week. We'll be dead.
We have
in
to
a
eradicate
fortnight.
these people. We have to eradicate
Why would they
them.
do this?
They can't survive after this.
Yeah. But yeah, so, just look out for that. I also played another FMV game called Press X to Not Die, which I enjoyed this one a little bit more because they poke fun at themselves and like they actually have like some interesting gameplay things where like basically at certain checkpoints he's like, yeah, I died 3 times on the way here and I almost got killed by your roommate. Or like basically in each checkpoint they'll say like what happened between last checkpoint and this checkpoint. It's like,
okay,
that's kind of cool.
That's
and then
nifty.
and then there's like just little things like it has like a little bit of charm, just enough that makes it just slightly better than Dab Man when the haters dab back. But
that's hard to do.
It is very hard.
Yeah.
Dab Man sets the bar pretty high, but
That's a bar.
It puts a bar somewhere.
It's somebody's bar and it's somewhere. I don't know whose or where, but it's a bar somewhere.
You should try out. There's another FMV game that we were just watching Norland play. Actually, it's called Contradiction. Something about liar. Find the liar.
Spot the liar.
Spot the liar or something. But it's a mystery game where you play as a detective and you're in Britain, and it's a bunch of British actors. And it has that kind of like low budget kind of charm to it.
But this game actually seems good.
Yeah, it's.
And when I say good, I mean slightly better than okay.
Yeah.
When I say slightly better than okay, it means
okay black.
Yeah, it could be
worth a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's on sale, I mean, for 84 cents for any game, it took 15 minutes on my life. I think it's technically worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's less than getting a drink at the corner store. It's like it's literally change.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, that's pretty much, unfortunately, I played a lot of Hollow Knight, but that's whatever. You can see me every Friday doing that. So whatever, fuck that shit. Save that for a rainy day podcast. What have you guys been up to playing?
Obviously we all played Dark Souls 2 this week, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. That continues to be enjoyable, and we're making our way through the game.
Also making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesday we did Divinity with the new update. And I don't think I want to continue that.
Is it?
I just like the game is good. Obviously, it's just I don't think I can stomach a whole nother 18-year like stream investment
when we could be playing other stuff. Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When I heard you guys talking about that, I think I heard you talking about like when you played with Culture or whatever about it again, and you seemed optimistic at the time. So
yeah. Now that we've put like 3 more hours into it,
you're like, fuck, this never ends.
No. And Colder, if you're watching this, I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Wednesday we played Dragon Quest 11. I
Yeah.
really like
Ooh.
that game.
That game is pretty good. Okay, so it checks
about
all
it.
the boxes you expect from a JRPG. Like it's pretty, it's almost too cookie cutter in some ways, but it has a lot of like the characters are enjoyable. The battle system is just enough. It's somewhat predictable, but it's still like, I don't know. It's just fun. It's just a fun game. It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
The graphics are like just the art and everything is just really good. And that's not just because it's obviously done by the same guy who did Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but like literally the quality is like really good. They did really good lighting, and like the shadows and stuff like that, and it's just a fun game to play. Like it's just you never feel like you're spending too much time in an area. It never feels like it's like, and maybe we just hadn't gotten to the point yet, but it doesn't feel like it slows down and like.
Well, we definitely haven't gotten to the point where that is that we
So far it's got out of forward
like
at like a pretty good pace. It's well paced, like the intro of the game. There hasn't been any part where I felt like it was like weird or like nothing caught me up as far as features of the game. It's kind of funny because a lot of the enemies, well, some of the enemies are like the classic enemies. Like Matt even called it before we saw the first enemy. We got attacked by something. It's like, oh, is it a slime, motherfuckers? It was a slime. The classic, just like blob of slime thing. Yeah. And it's just called slime. We're like, all right, cool.
I think they are the originators.
I think they are the originators of the slime.
Yeah, that's how it was super easy to call.
Yeah. Right. But just the fact that it was like the very first thing you came across, that's quite funny. But yeah, it's a good game. I'm really curious.
Like it's really.
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm really curious how the rest of the progression goes, because right now the character doesn't have a lot of stat or skill like customizability just yet, but it seems like he's going to be going down a road that is very specific to his character, and you have other characters that you meet with, of course, that are classes in a way. But it's not as just straightforward in your face. This is an RPG, you know. Like, oh, here's all the stats. Pick your attributes. Like it doesn't do any of that, but still good.
Yeah, it's the old school style. I was just gonna say it's basically all the good things I've heard about it is that it has the pros and cons of being like the exact same game 11 games in a row for good and for worse. It's like they've really polished it, but it's also, like you said, very cookie cutter. Like like somebody tweeted out like the beginning village, like, oh, look, the beginning JRPG village looks so nice here. I hope nothing bad happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm glad that it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because 11 games in a row, exact same thing.
Right.
Kind of
yeah. No, I wasn't sure what to expect, because I'd only played one other.
I've never played any of them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our first Dragon Quest.
Yeah. And really, like the other one I played it for like a very short period of time. It was like a demo. So that's probably why it feels good. Although it's not to say we haven't played RPGs before, and so we don't know what to expect. But we're probably going to continue to play that and somehow find a way of playing that and Octopath.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You'll fix it in post.
Yeah, okay. It's fine. We'll figure it out. What else did we play? We played
the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, we played the new Spider-Man.
Ooh, how's that?
It's good. Yeah, I like it. It's cool because they kind of, you join up with Peter Parker like at a certain point in your life where you don't have to worry about
the origin story bullshit.
Like none of the origin story. It kind of does that thing can sometimes be satisfying and sometimes be kind of like confusing, where they kind of just plop you in a point in his life, right? So he's working with Dr. Octavius as he graduated, but he's
partner.
Yeah. I guess he's considered his partner. And he's been doing Spider-Man, and people know him, and so that's kind of cool. You don't have to worry about any of the bullshit as far as the intro. The combat is nice. It's definitely Arkham style combat, but it doesn't change like so much of the Arkham style combat that you couldn't like come from a Batman and be able to just like play it. But it's fast enough where you can toss in tiny stuff because he's so quick and mobile, and you have like some ranged options for you, and there's like no pause between stuff. If you're able to hit the buttons
I
right.
would say it's probably like way deeper than Arkham Asylum and Arkham City in terms of
Matt
combat.
would be the one that I guess would be able to answer that, because I didn't really play those, but I was playing Spider-Man. But yeah, it has a lot of options, but it's like it's executed well. Like there are types of enemies that have like a basic, this is the combo you can do to them, but you don't necessarily have to do the same combo for every person. You can kind of get creative with it, and you can like jump off of walls into people. You can web them so that they can't do anything, and like throw them and throw things, and you can upgrade your stuff to be able to grab weapons out of people's hands. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds cool.
It feels very dynamic, and it's like really satisfying when you get something cool, but then it can fall apart if you fuck some stuff up and you get shot too many times, because that happened to me a couple times.
No.
The web flying is great. That's really satisfying. You can go really fast.
I'm just so glad it's fucking over. It's finally over. Everybody's talking about Spider-Man 2 had the best web slinging. He needs inertia. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I hate these people so much. They won't shut up about this fucking web. Like, you were 8 when you played the game. Shut the fuck up. You don't need inertia.
I was one of those people too.
Like, fucking hell. Just, oh, God.
But now we got this, and it's really good.
I know, but does he have inertia
Yeah.
when he fucking swings? Does it matter? Does it matter?
Actually, in this, it really doesn't matter, because there's other options you use that don't.
Just saying, in a
require-
big scheme of things, everybody's
Right.
always pissed off about the web slinging. Shut the fuck up. Is the game good? Idiots.
Not Web of Shadows.
Yeah, Web of Shadows is really bad.
That game was trash. But no, those things were like really cool. You have a lot of options. You can go about it in totally different ways. Like Matt was like, why are you? Because I was doing all these like speed options. Like I was trying to grab onto like a part of the building, and then you can jump off of it and grab onto another building. Like do this like speed options. Like why don't you just swing? It's like you don't have to be doing these complicated moves all the time. Like that's fun.
But I enjoy it. I gotta go fast.
And I think I got a couple of.
I think the thing is that you're supposed to marry the two.
I started
And
to at the end.
overall,
Yeah.
you go faster if you marry the two.
Right.
And Spencer was going kind of slowly, even though he was picking all the speed options.
But really fast, slow.
So it would be like really stop and go.
Right. It wasn't smooth.
You didn't have any inertia, dude. And you know how I feel about the web slinging and inertia. So it was very...
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, it's good. I like it. And you were going to play like your own save too,
Yeah.
right? But I don't want to go too long on it. So, but I definitely suggest checking it out. The progression of opening up areas is kind of like it's been done before, right?
Yeah, some of the open world stuff is very by the numbers.
Yeah.
You need a cell tower. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that part's like, right? But overall,
At least the traversal is fun.
yeah, the traversal is fun, as well as it's kind of cool because when you go to new areas, there's always some crime happening that you can get you can get involved in. Well, not involved in. You're Spider-Man, but stop. Yeah, and it's a lot of different stuff. Like people will get in like a hit and run, and like their car is knocked over, and you have to lift the car off of them, and it's just like there's no like load for it. It just happens around you, and you just go and check it out. People will be robbing a jewelry store, and you can like it's cool because when you go in the jewelry store, it goes into this kind of like weird diorama view, and then you're like in there, and then you do the thing, and then when you leave, it goes back into like the regular thing. It's just kind of a nifty little touch. That's cool.
No, I'm very impressed that you guys picked up the game even after it was shown that they lied about the size of the puddles.
What?
Yeah, apparently the E3 stuff, like the puddles were a little bit bigger and more high def.
It even has a hashtag of Puddlegate where people literally cancel their pre-orders for the game because they saw the comparison photos.
It's because these motherfuckers are the same stupid motherfuckers about the web slinging. They're one and the same, I guarantee it.
What I'm
some speculate that it's because Spider-Man reaches out to everybody in video games because everybody fucking knows Spider-Man, and those people normies, quote unquote, aren't used to downgrading of graphical quality because they make big promises and then they had to make the game run on a PS4.
You know what's crazy is it's kind of a joke, but I know exactly what you're talking about because I had a coworker who didn't understand like art style and graphic change and stuff like that when it came to different games because he just played like the most casual you could possibly think of when it like he had a console and then he played a couple of games and he's like, oh, the graphics aren't that good. It's not all about the graphics, man.
It's all about the web slinging and the size of the puddles.
What's crazy
and the inertia.
The inertia.
Like people are mad about the puddles, but you didn't have it. For what you're saying is like you didn't have nearly the same backlash against Watch Dogs.
No, Watch Dogs got hammered.
Watch Dogs got fucked up, but
Watch Dogs got fucked up, and they deserve it.
It's true.
Yeah, Witcher also happened. Witcher 2, I think, or
Witcher, the Witcher 3.
Yeah, but
the same thing.
It's just everybody else.
I think this is half a joke and half people.
Oh, so it's more like a meme.
It's more like a meme with a slight tone of seriousness.
Yeah, I mean, whoever made the Polygon hashtag definitely a joke.
Yeah,
but people were actually doing the things like, oh god, how did? Yeah. Well, it's better than the game crashing every 5 seconds and you not being able to play the fucking game. Sorry.
Yeah, and the game runs well. It has some longer load times, especially when you die. But otherwise, when you're in the open world.
No load times.
No load times. You can go anywhere.
Plus, you can swim, which is very impressive. But anyways,
I haven't seen the swimming yet, so I'll have to try that out. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. So, do you want to go to the first topic? We have
Henry
Cavill.
Speaking of Witcher, segue. We did it.
Yeah, speaking of Witcher, we have Henry Cavill, who has been cast as Geralt in the Netflix show The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first hear Henry Cavill as The Witcher, I'm like,
Superman is going to be The Witcher?
He doesn't seem to fit in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
I think he'll be all right.
Like, he's going to have like, are they going to give him longer hair? Is he going to have a beard?
Yeah. Well, he can grow a beard.
We know he's capable of growing a beard.
My man can grow a fucking beard.
The question is, can he lose the beard, depending on his role?
It depends on the CGI.
God damn it, Spencer. Is this TV show going to do the very basics of running a TV show and making the character look like a character?
Are they going to have makeup at this television show?
Where's
Spencer.
The fuck?
Where are the costume designers?
What a hot take.
Is he going to have a sword? Because Geralt has a sword.
Swords on his back. I swear to God. Hashtag Beardgate. God
Beardgate, Swordgate, Inertia-gate.
I mean, back to the serious topic here of who's going to play who. Henry, I mean, I only know him as Superman, but people have said like he was a pretty good villain in Mission Impossible, I think it was. I think he's in one of the Mission Impossible movies.
No,
where
he's
a bad
in the Mission
guy.
Impossible. I don't know if he's a villain, but he's the one that he cocks his arm in the trailer.
Oh, right.
He cocks his arms. He's like...
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Oh, have we seen Fallout?
No, dude, that's the new one.
Yeah, we haven't even seen Fallout yet. We watched all the other ones in preparation for seeing it, and then we just didn't watch it.
Shit.
We're still in preparation.
Yeah, there we go.
So apparently the reason why they picked Henry was because out of all the people that they interviewed, which apparently was over 100, he was the one that had he really liked the series. He just really liked the series and had a quote, because as a fan of the franchise, Henry saw beyond the script pages. He saw the human connection that Geralt perpetually needs, even if he denies it, kicking and screaming at every turn. What I saw was Geralt's heart in Henry.
Wow. That's
so apparently he just gets the character.
I mean, I can see him because Geralt has kind of a swagger to him.
Right.
Like a
little attitude.
Yeah.
Attitude.
No.
He's a cool dude with a cool dude.
Henry Cavill doing that well.
Yeah. I mean, the more I read about it, the more I'm like, you know what? Yeah. But when I first saw it, I was like...
I mean, who would be better?
Right?
Danny DeVito.
Poor!
Oh, no.
He was so good in his one really good role as the Penguin.
That wasn't that good of a role. What?
It wasn't.
And he was also
really terrible, and I hate him.
Well, he was also the troll and Dayman. That was pretty good.
Matilda. He was good at Matilda.
Yeah, he could. He can be.
Remember Matilda? He directed
yeah,
all that.
Nobody cares though. That's the thing.
I care. He was
Anyways,
part of my
can you think of a real person to be Geralt?
Yeah, no, actually, like nobody really comes to mind for me.
The only people, I mean, off the top of my head, I don't really know anybody because I don't keep track of shit
Good
anymore.
discussion.
Johnny Depp. There we go. But he's just doing Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Geralto.
But why is the potions gone? I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. What's my line? Oh, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Oh, what's the other line?
But you have heard of me.
Where's the rub?
Oh god.
But yeah, Henry Cavill as Geralt.
Geralt. Moving on to the BR corner over here. We got Battlefield 5 Battle Royale and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Battle Royale. Two games head to head over the years when it comes to FPS. Now they're going head to head with Battle Royale modes, and they're both slightly different.
Yeah. So I played the beta for Battlefield 5 this week, and I didn't talk about it, and I forgot.
Oh, perfect time.
And I thought it was trash. It was not fun. I did not have a good time. The death timer is like super fucking long.
Dude, but you have to mention my favorite part.
The best part of these games is when you die. So you can take it away, dude.
Okay. So when you get hit, because you're not dead yet, you come in as a squad, right? And you're with your buds. Then you get hit and you're down, but you're not dead yet. You can get revived. Okay, not that new to revive a teammate, right? But the cool thing is actually the hilariously great thing is that you can call out to your friends and you'll have your arm and you can move it around with the mouse and you'll be like, help, medic. Help me!
Fucking hurt.
He's like, I've been hit, and like they'll say different
They'll
lines.
say different lines,
and the different lines are like hysterical.
Some of them are. He'll just be like, ah!
like,
you're just waving your stupid fucking arm around,
and nobody came and finished you off. There'd be enemy around you, just run around and be like,
yeah, I would be like, because the timer is so long.
Yeah.
So you have two timers you have to wait for. If you die and don't die, which happened about 90% of the time, you just go down and then you wait for like
15 seconds,
if you hold it out, you can wait for like 20 to 30 seconds. And if you don't hold it out and you're just like fucking kill me, you can wait for like
kill you. It like
15 minutes or not 15 minutes, like 15 seconds.
Yeah, it just speeds it up slightly.
And then you have to wait. If your whole squad gets knocked out, then you have to wait to come back in with the rest of your squad, which is stupid.
No, this might be just one mode, but the mode that may happen to play.
I played, and then if you can't do that on your summon on your squad or whatever, your squad comes in on an airplane. You have to wait for the fucking airplane to an airplane and go.
So is this the battle royale mode, or is this just some multiplayer mode?
This is just like a multiplayer
It's like the multiplayer mode.
Yeah, it's like a multi-stage, base stealing mode.
Yeah,
and it just goes on until. Somebody comes out on top. And
yeah, it was not fun.
The games lasted anywhere from like, I think one of them was like 10 minutes. It was like super short. And the another one was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I had to quit out of it.
Yeah, it was just a long.
Like, we have to stream.
It was like a grueling.
Forever.
Yeah, and then with the wait timers being so long, you play for like a minute and a half, and then they can shoot you when you're airdropping in from the airplane.
Right. Yeah,
and if you die. When you gotta wait fucking another minute before you can play.
The amount of time that you got to play versus being dead was like hugely disproportionate. And even then, once you died, it's not like you're back in the action. You gotta like run to where the action is because there's like points and it's like a base and stuff like that you're trying to take over a town or whatever, which is cool. But like the way that they go about like the whole death thing, like the gunplay didn't seem like it was even that good. It was kind of like it seemed like just watching Matt play, it seemed like highly unreliable when it came to where you were going to hit, how quickly you were going to die. You died, someone just, and you'd be dead. It was crazy.
Yep.
I was just going to ignore it from Matt's face. I did the right and a little whoop.
Oh no! Oh god!
Right.
Top 10 anime betrayals of 2018.
Matt's
Spencer's
face, he couldn't move forward afterwards.
He's like, no.
What the? It feels like I wronged him. It's. I can still see it. It's on a Ritz cracker, package, with the crackers are still in there, and it's Matt's favorite snack. I'm sorry. Oh God!
Is content complete over?
I'm actually furious. I'm smiling.
I think
it's because I have rage.
It just boils deep down inside me. Right. So Battlefield 5. That's
it's trash. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Battlefield games always take like forever. They're like a billion times longer than Call of Duty games. So that sucks to hear that. It sucks.
Yeah,
though.
But the the Black Ops 4 the BR looks cool. They had the trailer for it and stuff like that. Looks like they're gonna have like a little snippets of zombies and vehicles and everything else like that.
Yeah, they're gonna have like vehicles and stuff. And it's interesting because Battlefield 5 they're gonna have 64 players, and it's gonna be squad based. And I don't know if we have enough information about.
I think they're gonna say it was 80 people in Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4, so 80 people, and I don't know if there's gonna be. I mean, I'm assuming that there's gonna be a squad thing. But hearing that there's 64 players in Battlefield 5, it makes me think that the squads are probably going to be like 4 or 8.
No, it'll be 4.
But it won't be 5, right?
No. There's no game that has a squad of 5.
Yeah, it seems like 4 is like the standard. But it is interesting that there's 80 for... God, I'm like, my brain just died. That's still divisible by 4, never mind. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we have enough information to have a confirmation of whether or not like how many players is going to be in a squad or whatever. But it does look fun. And it seems like what they did was they took a
bunch of their other maps and meshed it all together.
Yeah, and into like one big map. So you have like there's like Nuketown is like a part of it, and then you have like these other parts, and then like it had like a little sneak peek of, I guess maybe it might be an event that happens for the zombies.
They had said that zombies can spawn at certain parts of the map with the special item, which was cool. That monkey grenade or whatever.
Oh, the monkey grenade. Yeah, because it will call them, right? Because that's the monkey thing that goes ting, ting, ting or whatever that alerts the zombies of stuff. So that's cool.
Plus, you can try it out starting tomorrow if you have a PS4. The beta goes live tomorrow.
Oh, sick. And if you're watching
when you're listening to this,
it's live today.
It's today. Yeah. Bazinga.
Never
let it die. So I might check that out. I don't know.
So Fitzcake, why don't you weave us a tale of woe in regards to Kingdoms of Amalur?
The Kingdoms of Amalur. I know you've heard Matt say this a few times about games where they're literally okay. Kingdoms of Amalur was literally the most okayest game in the history of video games ever to be brought in the history of video games. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't a terrible game. It was just that it was kind of like watching and playing like a very beautiful train wreck. And where, if I remember, like most of my problems came from like awkward interaction with people. If I remember correctly,
I could not figure out the pick lock mechanic in that game.
I don't even remember that, so I probably never even fucked with that. It was probably just just fighting in magic.
Yeah, it felt like
the chakrams were cool as hell.
Yeah, the chakrams were cool. I remember that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, those were sick. It felt like they took an MMO and made it a single player game.
That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, why?
Because they didn't have enough money to make it an MMO.
So they just put
it was like they had like original plans to be an MMO. It's like the whole history of this game is really weird.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't make it, and then they were gonna like make Kingdoms of Amalur to set up for the MMO. It's like a big thing.
And they brought in like a famed fantasy writer to come in and like fill it full of lore. And then I remember when we played it, it felt like a bit too much lore. It was crazy.
Yeah, there's a crazy amount of stuff, but for people who the other 6 people besides me, my roommate that I played it with, and you two, the other 6 people in the world, will probably be happy to know that THQ Nordic also picked up Kingdoms of Amalur. So,
which was funny because it was owned by the state of Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Rhode Island
Why?
because the
Oh, I remember there was something weird about that.
You let me finish, and
Sorry, no,
I'll
I
let
was-
you know
I was remembering.
about how
I was
it
remembering.
happens.
Sorry, I got excited. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna spit some more.
Maybe I will. I'm like,
Right on your Ritz.
Oh my fucking god.
Sorry.
Anyways, so Rhode Island loaned these people, Epic Big Games or whatever they're called, 38 Studios, a bunch of money to make this game to an unproven studio. Turns out that was a stupid idea. Rhode Island, lost all their money when the company went bankrupt, and it defaulted to them. Like, they owned all the IPs and stuff like that studio made, and the assets and the stuff like that.
It was a $75 million loan from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Damn. And they never paid it back.
No, because they
just weren't
bankrupt.
able to. Yeah. That's crazy.
I bet Rhode Island hates video games forever.
Yeah, they also got the rights to the never-made MMO project, codenamed Copernicus.
Oh, wow.
But I
So,
would
yeah,
assume
that's a thing.
that
maybe
they'll do something with it.
Yeah. Apparently,
Maybe.
Copernicus was to have been a free-to-play MMO, according to like rumors or whatever, and that they were eyeing initially a 2013 launch for the game. Had the company not been liquidated, which happened
Weird.
that same
Weird
year.
how that works.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
how
was
that
gonna
works,
say.
yeah.
No, I mean, probably maybe a remaster, but I don't know if they
Yeah,
would.
it's hard to
invest
say
more
what they
in-
would do. Like, what specifically would they go for the MMO, or would they try to do something
There's
with
no
Kingdoms of
way
Amalur?
that they
Yeah,
would
they're
go
not- I
for
don't
an
think they-
MMO.
Yeah,
I don't think they're expand upon. I think if anything, just gonna do like not like a complete remaster, like a bare minimum remaster. Like, hey, it's
I
scaled
don't know,
up
THQ's
to.
been good about doing their remasters and adding stuff and
It'd be crazy if they
making
did like
positive
a-
changes with.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
stuff.
not saying they would do a bad job, but I'm just saying I don't think they would. Why would you want to put more effort into this game when it was already at like the bare minimum of effort, anyways?
Well, there's a lot of effort put into it, just not in the right places.
Yeah, apparently. I
It
guess
was a big
but-
game. Apparently,
Well, I don't
it was
think they
supposed
would
to take you
just-
like 80 hours. Or something
They
like
would buy up the IP for a remaster. I think they're gonna attempt to probably remaster it and then continue.
that. Maybe even
Unless
a
it was on
reboot.
the cheap.
Or
Unless
reboot.
Rhode Island's like, please, for God's sakes, somebody buy this.
Just
Make some
take it.
money.
Well, I don't think so either because they were having like. It's just like, no, Fiskate, that's not how it is. There's
Thanks,
been like
stupid
lots of
motherfucker.
people talking about how it was like super difficult to pick up because it's owned by
Oh.
Rhode Island.
Oh.
So it's like it's just
So
hard
there
to
was
buy
this
it.
was like a super shock that Rhode Island
Oh,
bought
so,
it.
so THQ went out of its way to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay. never
Oh,
mind.
that's a good sign.
Yeah. Never mind. You were probably right. I didn't realize. I thought it was just like, hey,
Someone take
somebody
it,
buy
please.
this. $10. I got $10. Anybody? No.
We've already lost
Okay.
75
The
million.
treasurer of Rhode Island's like we have this game thing. I don't know. We get like a tiny check from Steam, like every couple of
Once a-
years.
It's like 50 cents. Okay. So yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. Hopefully, I hope,
Something
I don't know.
cool.
But, yeah,
I think the
hopefully
idea was cool. Like the game has like cool things going for
Yeah,
it.
I was super excited about it because like that's why we got like the book and all that. Like I was like, yeah, I was ready to get all into it, and whew, man, that was a deep dive.
Yeah. that was,
But
that was garbage fire.
moving on to our next topic here, Polygon, a website that we often
Leak
mine
stories for.
for information, have. And apparently they've been kind of slowly doing this over the summer, but they decided to no longer have review scores anymore. So what they're going to do is they'll have the reviews, but understanding that some people don't have time to read like 1,000-word review or whatever, or 3,000-word review was what their example was. They're going to have this thing called Polygon Recommends, which is, and I think they even released like a retroactive list of Polygon Recommends for just like over the summer. And I think it's kind of interesting because a lot of people talked about how scores were not really like a good way of I'm missing a word here, but yeah, not a good way of providing a nuanced look at a game, and it's just kind of used as like an at first glance scenario. And nowadays, I don't even like pay attention to reviews, like the actual scores for stuff. Like I'll see it like, oh, that's funny, I got like a 3, right? But if someone gets like a 6 or a 7 or like a 5 or whatever, like I've already either made up my mind to play it or not. Like I don't really take any particular review outlet at its word as it is. So it's a little nifty that they're going for a different route. I'm trying to find some more information.
I mean, I still use scores and stuff like that. Steam reviews.
I mean,
I think I take Steam reviews better than I do like.
And it's not even the reviews themselves. It's literally like the little. Is it mixed? Is it positive? Is it mostly positive?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just yeah, I prefer like that kind of rating rather than just pure numbers too, because it's like we talked about like a year ago or whatever, probably almost this exact time. Well, I don't know. Let's look up Video Game Donkey real quick.
Oh, right.
Whenever he released that video. But yeah, no, like people were like talking about like, yeah, he's not wrong. And then nobody did anything ever until now.
Well, I mean, Total Physics has been
talking about that for a while.
Yeah, was talking about that forever, about how review scores are shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I was talking about like when the last time it actually blew up was when Donkey released his thing, which I'm trying to. He releases a lot more videos than I thought he did.
Oh yeah. You know, especially recently. Like I remember before he wasn't really like that often with it, but I think once he took off, he started becoming more prolific. But yeah, it says here to help readers who are short on time to know what to play, we will now include the Polygon Recommends badge on essays about games that we strongly believe most of our readers should play or watch. It is not a final verdict on a game, nor does it suggest we have played every moment of what the game has to offer. Instead, the Polygon Recommends badge is a statement that we've played enough of the game to feel comfortable putting our support behind it. When a game receives this badge, it will appear at the top of the essay, review, or video. Some games will receive it, many won't. Here's a list of 2018 games that will retroactively receive the reward, and they give a link. So kind of cool.
Okay, so basically, their rating is you should check it out, and that's just it.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Yeah, no, Donkey released that video July 8th, 2017, so a year and like 2 months ago.
Nice time frame.
So time, you know, things change quickly in the video game world, but I mean, better late than never. Hopefully, everybody will kind of take a hint and kind of like slowly move closer to that, or at least some kind of like rating system that's like yes, no, maybe. Rather than like
I don't know.
Can you repeat the game?
Yeah,
you're not the review of me now.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. No.
Anything
Shut
can be a
down.
song if you try hard enough.
I know it can. I'm not doubting. I know this. You guys have taught me that. I'm a believer.
That's just it doesn't. If I tried.
Then I saw her face.
I want a divorce. I want a podcast divorce.
Okay, do you get the content or the complete?
I'll get the content because I usually don't complete stuff. So I'll keep the content. You guys can keep the complete.
That's a lot of pressure on us.
No, you have to finish more videos.
System shock.
Next.
Source port.
It's happening.
It's a thing. I accidentally deleted out of that one. So whoops. Okay. Well,
whoopsie daisy. So it's it's a free update for those who own System Shock on Steam already. So
shit.
Yeah. So System Shock, a classic game, was kind of a precursor to BioShock. What was like I don't know, doesn't matter. I can't find words all of a sudden. Historically, hard-ish to play on newer computers just because of the fact that it's old. Well, they're re-releasing it as a port on Source, the Source engine, the Valve engine, and apparently it's going to be a free update for those who already own the game on Steam. But it says after more than 20 years, Night Dive Studios found the source code for the original System Shock and has used it to rebuild it for modern PC hardware. System Shock Enhanced Edition will be released free as an update to those who already own the original game on Steam. The re-release of the 1994 classic will support widescreen formats and resolutions up to 4K, full mouse look support, and rebindable inputs on keyboard, mouse, and joystick. Support for both Direct 3D and OpenGL, as well as fan missions and mods. Additionally, players will have the option of switching between high-resolution Macintosh assets and the original MS-DOS assets. For those who don't own System Shock on Steam, the game is on sale for half off, $19.99 until Monday, September 10th. Crap. When this video comes out.
This is kind of interesting with the fact that somebody else is making like the System Shock remaster thing, you know,
It's the same
the Kickstarter
studio, I'm pretty sure. Night Dev.
Night Dive.
Yeah, Night Dive.
Is it?
Is it the same
Well,
studio
Night
that
Dive's the
originally
one that's
made
doing
it?
the Kickstarter. Yeah, I don't know if
Well,
I don't think
did the Kickstarter.
Yeah, Night Dive did the Kickstarter.
Oh, they're still working on a full remaster of the original System Shock, which has been funded. But this is not the full remaster?
No.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what I
just
was
a
saying.
source port.
It's just a source port.
They ported it to source.
It's kind of like a, hey, we're going to give you this for right now, but we're still working on the full thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought it was like two. I don't know. I thought it was like two different people doing the same thing for System Shock. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that would be
oh,
weird.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be illegal.
You have System Shock, don't you?
Yeah, I have both.
Yeah, that'd be cool to look at.
What are they called? They're something sim. Immersive Sims.
Immersive Sims, yeah.
Oh yeah.
With Deus Ex,
Some
the first
stuff.
one, and then System Shock and System Shock 2, and then Prey. That's pretty much it.
Right.
Those are
Yeah.
pretty much the only...
It's a weird genre because it's like, it's almost an RPG, but not quite.
Just almost.
Just outside
there.
of what would be considered an RPG, which is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alright.
that's nifty.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? No,
Switch.
Yeah, the Switch. So Nintendo Switch, apparently some games are not going to have, they won't support cloud saves. Nintendo says it's to keep players from cheating. So several Nintendo Switch games, including some big names, will not support cloud save backups when the Nintendo Switch online service launches. The company confirmed to Game Informer yesterday. The reason why probably won't make anyone feel better either. In a statement to Game Informer, Nintendo said that with backup saves stored in the cloud, users would be able to revert to a higher online multiplayer ranking or get back items that they'd already traded to another player. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess because it's like a version issue.
Well, this popped up on Reddit like 2 days ago or whatever. They talked about this shit. And they're like, this is the stupidest shit Nintendo could ever do. Because the cloud saves kind of like prevent people from cheating, you know what I mean? And that they're already have cheaters like on the Splunky leaderboards and the Splunky stuff. They edit their local save file
Yeah.
and then they have all the shit.
Anytime you put
Yeah.
the responsibility of information on the client side, you're going to have a problem. If you want to control,
Yeah, if you want to control that. A lot of people don't care.
yeah, but like, wow, it's nuts.
Yeah, though usually having the cloud involved prevents cheating.
Yeah,
And
prevents
some-
you from
and-
grabbing your save from the console and going into
And-
regedit and
Yeah.
and
Especially
hex
since they're on
codes.
SD cards.
Yeah, and then being
Like,
able
what the
to unlock everything or cheat and do all sorts of other
Great
shit.
news for hackers.
Yeah. That's just like, because they're launching this with their new online system, right? Where you actually have to pay for it now,
Yeah.
$20 a year.
which is not bad for an online service since like everything else is like
That's
$1 billion. But
But I'm
it's
still
just,
pissed about it.
yeah, no, 100%. This is fucking stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've heard. This is almost as bad as their chat system, their voice chat thing, where you have to have the dongle.
Mondo stupid. This
That was very,
ultra stupid for the reason that they gave. They could have just said, "Nah."
yeah. They could
But-
just say like, because we don't want to.
Yeah, to specifically be like, this prevents cheating. And then we're like, Mr. Miyamoto, it's not really how it works, my dude.
That reminds me. Did you hear what the Sony, somebody from Sony said about the whole Fortnite being exclusive
Yeah,
to the PS4
where they're just
thing?
like, yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell it because I don't know. I don't
So
know.
I think I can't remember the exact source, but somebody asked somebody from Sony, like
It was the
Japanese
CEO
side.
or like the
Yeah, it's a higher up guy.
He was
yeah,
real
I just
high
can't
up.
remember. Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, so what's the deal with Fortnite being you can't have other account? Why can't you transfer your account? What about crossplay?" And his answer was almost verbatim, because PlayStation is the best place to play it on.
So he just took the tagline out of a commercial.
He's bringing back that hardcore '90s ratitude, attitude, but it's rad.
Yeah. No.
And he's bringing it back to 2018, and
Because it's the best place to experience
Fortnite. Whoa. So we got this cloud thing, stupid. Nintendo's chat thing.
Mondo
What did you say? Mondo stupid.
Mondo stupid.
Where does the CEO?
Honestly, I kind of respect the CEO a little bit more than Nintendo, because he's just like, yeah, fuck it, fuck you, and fuck it. Like,
it's the best place.
It's the best place.
That's true. He is being straightforward. I get. Well, he's not being straightforward. He's basically avoiding the fucking question.
Yeah. Is it stupid?
Because I want to make money.
Yes, but is it just flat out wrong, like Nintendo's reason? No.
Yeah, no.
Which makes their answer way stupider.
You heard it here first, folks. The hottest takes.
Notable games that won't support cloud saves include Splatoon 2 and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Dude, we're getting all them Pokemon. There's also fine print for third-party titles like NBA 2K19, FIFA 19, Dead Cells, and Dark Souls Remastered. All of these games support cloud saves on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions.
Because we all know that the Dark Souls is, not rife with cheaters and stuff anyways.
Yeah, where they can give you an item that will crash and corrupt your save and just blow your shit up from orbit.
Playing it on the Switch, it's just going to make it easier.
Yes.
It's crazy.
That's what we were alluding to.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just like, damn.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught it. It was very subtle. That what me and Fiskake were doing.
What's interesting about this is that these developers brought into this decision making for their particular games?
Absolutely not.
So why are particular games being done even if it's third party? Are they telling Dark Souls Remastered you're not going
to have cloud saves?
And Dark Souls Remastered is like,
okay,
we're still going to sell a ton.
Yeah, they don't care.
We're still going to make a shit ton of money.
We made this game back in 2012. Yeah. So what? It's not going to support. And all they have to say is be like, nah, we tried. In the board meeting, we brought it up. They said no. What can we do? Our hands are tied. What are we gonna do?
Sorry, guys.
Maybe we should give them a pass, guys, because honestly, they were supposed to do a Nintendo Direct for Thursday, but it's postponed because there was a deadly earthquake in Hokkaido, Japan.
Look, I'm Nintendo. I'm not gonna have a Direct.
But
did I just make fun of them? Fuck
it. Instead, some indicators of what the service will do is talking about the online service now. And do seem to have slipped out via assets that weren't pulled back after the Direct's postponement. Nintendo's official page for Nintendo Switch Online notes only that details about this feature will be available before the paid service launches in September. At any rate, access to the online service to backup saves requires a subscription. So you have to have the subscription even to get the backup saves. I didn't realize that. And those will be offered at $3.99 a month and $20 for a year. There's also a $34.99 annual family plan supporting up to 8 accounts.
Whoa, what a deal. I can't wait to not upload my saves on the cloud with 5 other family members. No saves ever saved because, why? Why would I pay for that?
To me, it's I don't care that much about cloud saving in general. It doesn't make or break a thing for me.
The thing I just thought about.
Okay, yeah, I was in the middle of a
fucking
thought.
I'm sorry. Go.
I'll
wait.
It wasn't I took a breath and you're like, well, what about this? You spit on my fucking crackers. All right, you interrupted
spit on
me.
A man's crackers. Jesus Christ.
You're right.
Anyways, it doesn't matter to me that much that they have cloud saving or whatever. It's just the reason is so stupid to prevent cheaters. This is so dumb. Just say some titles won't support it, and then be fucking done. You don't have to lie. Everybody knows you're lying.
Yeah.
That was my thought. You can talk now.
The Nintendo Switch doesn't have a lot of space on it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It just games that maybe might potentially have bigger save files.
You already have to have an SD card.
Yeah. It's it just requires you to go for the SD card route, which is shitty.
Yeah, but it's portable. It's a portable thing.
Yeah, it makes it even that much
And
more
it's so
stupid
light.
because you'd think cloud saving would be even more of a boon. But
You would think, but Nintendo's back in,
Guys,
1964.
they're somewhere else. They're not even back in time. They're not in the future. They're just like
I can't talk about this anymore. I need to brighten my day up. Can we go on the next topic?
Sure. It's called the end of the podcast.
No, it's called the Spider-Man one.
yeah.
We're just real quick.
Okay. Yeah, we'll squeeze this
All
one
this
in there because it's
talk is
great. I
bumming
love
me
it.
out.
Okay, so Spider-Man, new game that just came out recently. You guys heard? We talked about it earlier. There is a fan-specific, Easter egg. So what happened was this fan contacted the developers and he was like, "Hey, can I put a message for my girlfriend asking her to marry me in the game?" Like, yeah, great. Can you wait until September 7th? Because that's when the game comes out, or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, no problem. We've been dating for 5 years." And let me get the exact like what exactly he said, because
he said, "We've just passed her 5 years in April, so I think she'll still be around in September. LOL. Sent on May 10th, 2018."
Right. So the message in the game says, "Maddie, will you marry me?" And it's on a marquee sign outside of a movie theater in the game. I don't know if it's still there because it said that they're going to patch it out, and here's why. Because upon the release of the game, it says here, according to Schultz, Madison did not wait. In a vlog, Schultz details how to find the Easter egg and claims his girlfriend left him just weeks before he could pop the question. And she even told him that she did not she didn't like that type of proposal as it is. But what's even crazier is apparently she might have left him for his brother just weeks before the game had come out. After 5 years being
So, yeah. Never trust your family. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Everybody in your family is going to try to get your girl. Don't trust your girl either. You know what? Don't trust anybody ever. It's a cruel, hard world. For God's sakes, whatever you do, don't trust Nintendo with your
And
cloud
don't-
saves.
Damn it. You beat me fucking to it.
Nice try, tough guy.
Yeah, apparently Schultz said, "I'm actually kind of happy it's in the game." A lot of people, when I told them how I was going to propose her, I don't think they understood that there was a literal piece of this game that that anybody can go to. And Insomniac's art director, Justina Chu, for Spider-Man, offered Schultz her condolences in a reply to the sad tale. She offered to change the sign in a future update. But so there was an offer to change it, so they may or may not change it, depending on how he
Well, it
feels.
sounds like he likes it in there.
Yeah. So it might I'm going to look for it. I'm going to get the coordinates for that shit.
I mean, how long does that have to be in there, I would patch out, within a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be cool if you could, change the
I
name.
don't make video games.
So, anybody can use it.
Just $5 a pop. Marquee DLC. You can edit the marquee yourself.
I don't know if that would go well. People would be putting names in there that weren't people's names.
Well, it's not a multiplayer game, right?
Yeah, but they'd be posting it on Reddit. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so what a sad tale.
But it just really brightened me up after all the Nintendo talk. So
Exactly. Exactly. I'm actually, quite happy. Because he's
Love's
miserable.
dead. Yes.
All right, let's move on to the outro. Fizcake, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Well, you can find me on twitch.tv/fizzcake, where I stream Monday, Tuesday nights, and then Friday day, night, long stream. I also upload videos on YouTube sometimes. This week we'll have Killer is Dead. Next week we'll have Killer is Dead, and hopefully my FMV video game video. And then Twitter, I tweet stuff sometimes. That's at the Fizzcake. You can find me there tweeting about stupid shit all the time, or literally replying to every of Matt's Yakuza tweets, because it's just fun to watch somebody else experience that.
Not play hardly any games this week. I was fucking out of it.
Oh yeah, you were dead to the world. But that's it for me. Where can people find you too?
So you can find us at on YouTube and on Twitch. Both of the same name, just youtube.com/NeanderthalGamingTV and twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV. You can also find us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. We'll be streaming Dark Souls on Monday. We'll be doing Killer's Dead on Tuesday with Fizzcake, of course. And we'll find a way of fitting in both Dragon Quest XI and Octopath Traveler as well. And, of course, we stream Melee on the weekends. But as far as complete specific information, we got here. You can follow us on Twitter at ConComcast. Check us out. Well, I should say, send us ideas and suggestions at contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays on twitch.tv/ConComcast and twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV. All episodes are available on YouTube on our Neanderthal Gaming TV YouTube channel. The audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released on Mondays. So we stream on Sundays, and it's released on Mondays. Any last words, fellas?
No.
Me
Thanks
neither.
for watching. We love you.
Bye.
No, love is dead.
Love is dead, but we love you. Our love is dead. True for you. Bye.